Welcome back in, builders. We're back with some more Kracken Unlimited. First thing I want to address right off the bat, I had a couple comments. People actually noticed, and I definitely did not. We actually have some uncommon relics here. I don't know if we've known about these since the beginning, or if something discovered them and I missed the message. We did prospect this, and we were told that there were no more here, but apparently the name tag is overwriting the symbol that we should have here to tell us that there are relics. So I'm a little disappointed we're only getting to it now, but I guess better late than never. I'm gonna go ahead and dirt road that. I am gonna build that, but not until we finish our current work, which is the ammo factory upgrade, wherever you're at. One turn left on that. We are still pretty desperate for ammo. We are definitely not stockpiling anywhere remotely what I would like to see. So we are gonna grab that. Let's go ahead and, well, I'm already getting off track here. Let's go ahead and go through our events like we should. National budget allocations. I don't think I need to change anything here. The one I would want to check in on is the military research. We yoinked some points from them because they were too overdone. Okay, research more. Okay, so they are still ever so slightly getting too much to the research, but if we rebalanced a little bit of that to discovery, that would be fine. So we're gonna rebalance that internally, I think. I don't want to lower their budget any more than what I currently have. So we will go ahead and say this is good for now.
Wilco.
Wants to reach bureaucratic assets. I'm not gonna be able to expand that right now. We need larger cities before that would really be viable. So I'm gonna say no on that one, unfortunately. Applied science, let's check, while we're here, let's check that too. Applied science, they're getting ever so slightly too much on that. So what we're gonna do is we're actually just going to up their discovery a little bit. Okay, the rocket engine, I am not interested in that, so we're gonna no target that. We have not figured out how to build a helicopter yet. Did we do a medium? I thought we did. Hang on. Cancel. Take me into my blueprints. Light aircraft, ultralight. Okay, I don't think we've done the medium. So give me a new one. This will probably be a lot better as an actual rocket one. So heavy rockets. This would be probably a tac bomber or a fighter bomber. Let's say tac bomber, not give it an air-to-air weapon, and let's see if this is viable. I'm not probably building any of these until we actually get. Okay, we could do that. Not viable because of fuel constraints. Yeah, this is not particularly going to be worth our time. I'm thinking we design one though, just to have the chance of unlocking the next plane. We're not building any of these though until we get a better engine. Yeah, I think I will do that. So no cargo space. It's a tac bomber. 4X's is not particularly viable in my opinion. Yeah, right there. Okay, we'll go ahead and we'll take that. We will design it. So start development from the blueprint. Good job. Go ahead and make an attempt on that for me. What I'm really interested in is actually the helicopters. I'm in the beta branch, and they have had the helicopters, because they're stationary platforms to fire from, have a bonus to attack targets in heavy terrain like mountains and forest. Exactly what we're actually going to be fighting in. So I'm thinking a helicopter with some rockets on it might be the support that would be useful. We also can use those outside of an airbase, not as efficiently as a air vehicle out of an airbase, but better than nothing. So I do think I want to try that out. I've not done a ton of helicopter stuff before, and I'm kind of interested in doing so. Okay, over here, Mr. Two-Person Militia, I think I'm going to pull you off the line. At the same time, I'm going to accidentally grab somebody else. Perfect. All right, grab them in here. Mr. Tank. My greens are my assault troops. Yeah, throw them into the sea, boys. I'm a little sad we never managed to get a medium tank down here just to work on the field testing, but it is what it is on that. All right, we're gonna take this a port 2. Both of these, I think, are gonna try to fold into South Sea Town. It's gonna be the plan. In fact, give me the village. You are the governor. Call zone merge. Okay, I would like you to go into South Sea Town. 38, we have that. Has a private laboratory. Okay, weird. You have a private laboratory. All right, well, that sounds like a you problem, so... Oh, I see you had multiple levels. I just don't want another stay down here. It's not helpful to me, basically in the slightest. Disband that. The port can stay. Those should be able to stay. All right, let's try that again. Merge into South Sea. Do it. He failed. Some of the population refuses to move out. Okay, we're gonna play that game again, are we? Now we do have a card. Yeah, we have expel population. We may try to do this. I never got this to work in the other game, but I think we might have better luck here. So let's pile into this city for the time being. I'm not gonna need my green troops here, so I'm gonna try to get them moving out. Hey, you can actually zip, can't you? I also need to decide if we're going to actually repair that unit or what we're going to do with it. Okay, so looking for greens. Oh, I should switch this over. Green. I think the blue are going to hang out here for a minute. We're going to use them as military police and see if we can use this to help with that problem. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, building the ammo, upgrading the mine. What are you doing? Nothing currently. You're a size 2 town. We are not housing all of the workers. So what that's telling me is you could fit another worker apartment. How's our power? Our power's okay. We are definitely using more and more power, that's for sure. What's our max charge? A ways away. I think I'm even gonna turn up our power gen if it's not. Where are you at? You. Yeah, go up to 70%. I want to get that close to max or maxed out so that if we do have power shortages, we have longer to fix it. Okay, over here, we were upgrading this recycling spot. It's a size 3. The set town is size 3, so I can't go any bigger. They have their bureaucratic offices. They have the apartments. We could do solar panels. Making 63, and it is in the winter, so that doesn't seem to be a problem. Our civ level is fine. The power wouldn't be bad. Soil, okay, that's another one. We're gonna need 4 high-tech parts. We need to remember that next time we have some spare cash. I don't think I really want to raise them at all at the moment. We have the truck station. Yeah, I think we're leaving that one alone. Okay, here we have an air base. That's fine. They're pretty dirt cheap. I'm gonna need an air base up here. Apartments 2. We have 2 levels of barracks. You wouldn't be a bad location, possibly for some solar panels, although I note it's a little bit lower here. A little more precipitation lowers the amount of energy that we can get from that. If we had more education, quality of life would go up. It's already high. I think we're going to leave that alone. Yeah, I think we're leaving you alone. We do have some ruins here. That I would be interested in. Okay, let's do that. So mining, we'll put a recycling facility in. I really, really, really am going to push our metal income as hard as I can. Actually, you also have a mine. Do I want to give it to you? Probably not, because I'm going to have them work multiple salvages. I think I will leave this one here. Yeah, I think I will leave this one here. Let's add sealed road there. It's just way cheaper than getting through this hill. Yeah, that's fine. And we will upgrade that next over here. Okay, New Meadows is almost done with our apartment buildings. All right, we had this invasion over here. Okay, well, you move over there. Now you are surrounded. Go ahead and just clean that guy up for me. I should go double check what MGs our buggies are using. I bet you they're just the high-speed machine guns. We have much better now. Yeah, okay, that's being dealt with. You're upgrading the mine. You guys are moving up here. Okay, I think that's all fine. Green is repositioning. Reinforcement. Actually, hang on. Do we have any fights we need to do over here? And the answer is probably yes. I need to be a little bit careful. No. This is the aliens' territory. And this is my assault group. Now you two are different territories, right? Lamnar, Tothis. Okay, now this is gonna work out a little bit for me. If I swing these pink guys around, maybe we can start getting a surround on the spiders. Or the insectoids. Okay, yeah. I don't think I want to move these. I think these guys are just going to stay still. This is backed off, so that's telling me there's nothing there. I will take it. And it looks like I was setting up to attack here. They don't have defensive stuff. Where's that buggy? There it is. The pink's buggy. Okay. You by yourself. Please don't die. A little risky here, but I kind of want to save the AP on everybody else. We actually, okay, I was gonna say, are we actually gonna win?
No problemo.
Okay, that worked out in the end, I guess. Okay, we'll do that and that. We have a lot of units here. Go. RPGs are probably getting really close to needing a upgrade too. Okay, gray. I guess you come up here still. Okay, I'm liking what I'm seeing here quite a bit. I wish you were done, but you're not. Yeah, I think that's just it for the turn. Okay, 47. If I remember right, we were working on our Xeno diplomats. We need 50. That's because he's a little bit cranky at the moment. Okay, so foreign affairs guy. Have you gotten a medal already? Medal of Merit for directors. Foreign Affairs Council already has a medal. Okay, what about we can do official gift, commercial. Okay, what about an estate? He doesn't have one yet. That's a big one though. I don't think I want to use that yet. And I'm a little concerned about our money. What is our treasury looking like these days? Check our cash flow. We're losing 70 credits currently. Okay. I don't think I'm going to spend any money on him. We'll just wait to have more points. Or we could do a cabinet retreat. War game cabinet retreat.
Order acknowledged. Just
for the extra like. We'll space those out. We'll start doing those like one per turn. Okay, covert ops. Okay, resource bonuses. Let's try this again. Not a valid target, and that doesn't work. Okay, so I can do it to myself. Yeah, none of that's working. Okay, what about Maritime Trade House? Let's do... Sell shares, construct a makeshift port, transportation. Okay, I could build some ships for them. No. Construct and pay for ships for them. Okay, mainly we'll give them more transport. That's something we will need at some point. Okay, try to contact... Let's just see if we have any valid targets here. I'm guessing it's going to be a no. Okay, that's a no. Okay, information contract. Okay, here we go. Valid target on that, which maybe will put us into better contact up top, or maybe one of these. This one might be better just because it'll give me some more sight.
Aye, aye, sir.
Let's try that. That'll be a pop-up next turn. Let's go ahead and roll that. All right. We found out that these aliens down in the south are aquatic, so there's not much to do about that. Yeah, I'm pretty happy that it looks like we're going to be able to clean up the arachnids relatively early. When these green guys arrive, I think I'm going to try to insert them down here, and we're going to try to force it and envelop. We have pink coming from the top. Going to be painful. There's no way around it. But we're going to do our best. I really would like if we had some air support of some sort beyond recon, but I'm not going to wait for it either. I'm very grateful that we don't have those stupid squigglers here anymore. I hope there's no more of that species. Yeah, they're being all shifty. I'm probably gonna also want to bring some more road in here. Probably bring some down from that angle and some up from this angle. Because we're gonna need supplies, especially if we end up having to fight in this area. Fuel deposit, Decade of Revolution. We got that little port zone. We finished combat armor. That's huge. That is huge. BP production, no. Foreign affairs, no changes. Military Research Council. I would like the side skirts that I thought I already had. Minor worker strike, we will pay them off. Ditto. Gladiator Sensei. Okay, we're definitely gonna do nothing. I don't know why you would ever do that. Training. Yeah, he builds a training dojo. That's like so much more valuable. Offering to buy IP. I mean, we're almost certainly saying yes to this because I need the cash. How much you paying? Oh yeah, look at this. He's paying like 2.5 credits to 1. Yeah. Baba C.
Roger that.
Baba C. We need to learn more about you. Okay, now here, I need someone with some charisma because we're going to try to shut this place down. So we'll put him in there for now. Okay, I would like you explore for 16 rounds. That's pretty dang cheap.
Aye, aye, sir.
Just to work on the relation. Alien natives try to talk with us. What seems like an alien tourist with a camera and all has installed an observation chair and shed on the border with Laminar territory, is trying to engage people passing by in small talk, mostly stamping the feet and gesturing. Will we try to help the alien native learn our language? Yes, we would definitely like that. Send them all the linguists we have for 4 mind points, and it will make people happy.
Understood.
Very nice. What's our mind up to? 64. I've been struggling really bad keeping that up and running. It just naturally kind of falls because it's hard to get those events. Okay, before I get too distracted, can we immediately play Xeno Diplomat Team? Yes, let's do that.
Understood.
Success! They accepted the talk. Meeting will take place next round. Yeah, I would like to get them integrated if I can, so we can carry through here. It's just gonna have to happen. There's not like too much about that other than it has to happen. All right, you guys shuffle that way. Okay, where's my recon vehicle? Right there. Okay, he cannot enter the mountain, but at least he's causing the passive. I think I'm gonna wait for these guys. I'm not gonna rush that. Yeah, I think we're just gonna chill there for a second. Over here. Okay, my road is up as far as I want it. Over here. Marsh. There's not really much avoiding it. All right, just give me a dirt road to there. Okay. I just want supplies to be coming into the front because I'm going to want to push into here probably at some point. Okay, we do have the recon plane. I will fly a recon flight. I just want to see what's over here.
Birds are in the sky.
Okay, we didn't spawn any units. I'm not quite sure that actually did what I wanted to do. Okay, what are you doing? Building more, okay. Here. I do not want these guys here. Can I afford the zone card? I want to expel population. And I want it in this dinky little zone here. So, difficulty is 100, 1d100 plus 45. Let's try it. 5,800 soldiers confronted those people. There's some unrest. Okay, that is not a lot of movement for the amount of penalties we took for that. That's pretty crappy, frankly. That's not going to do what we need it to do. All right, I do want to keep this going, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to mothball it. To take the pop out of here. And what do you have? Just a port 2? Okay, I think because we have 2 ports right next to each other, I'm actually going to close this one. He says as he tries to close it, disband. Yeah, there we go. And then South Sea, I would like you guys to eat up that zone. And then you, Paul, will you merge peacefully? No. What is your problem? Only target zone is national culture. 100% revolt. Okay, well, you're just as dumb. I feel like this needs a little bit either clearer messaging or a rework on this. Seems very annoying and difficult to get rid of these podunk zones, and it's exasperated by these are just little crapper ports that they drop to invade me. Like there's no reason for these places to be here. Okay, up here we finished the ammo? Question mark? We finished the ammo. Okay, I am gonna build right here. We're gonna go with that salvage facility and start pulling up. They're only uncommons, but still, some relics are better than no relics for sure. What's your problem? I need some more machines. I am very much looking forward to getting the machinery workshop up and running. Okay, you are still building. You finished the apartments. I think I'm just gonna chill for a turn or two. I'm gonna let them kind of equalize. I guess we could play. Do we have another boomtown? No. Okay. Then don't worry about it. Okay, guarding, building. Okay, I think that's gonna be it. Let's go ahead and roll another turn here. Hopefully we'll get good on that Xeno team that we sent. I would like to be pushing through here, and I could bring my road around the other side of the mountains, and then that'll make this doable. I don't even want to say easy, but doable for getting in there and making sure we get these arachnids out of here. maybe it won't be as bad as I thought if I can get into those mountains before they get into them in a big way. I'm not sure how much of the surround we're going to be able to supply, though, if I can't get a road in from here. Boy, that's going to be expensive terrain, too, isn't it? Yikes. Okay, the other thing I'm thinking is, we have the ammo factory. I really need that railroad. I didn't show it, but before I started recording, this is bottleneck to hell and back. And I could go up to truck level 3, but that's only... It's not really fixing the problem, it's just putting a bandage on it. So I do think it's going to be real time. And I also didn't count. I need to make sure this is within, I believe it's 40 or 45. Model complete. The Trailblazer. Lightweight alloys. This is one really good for plane distance. Corporate discovery. Okay. Meritocracy reaches... No. Man, he just wants to be cranky, I think. Okay, we have combat armor now. So we need to go through and upgrade models. Are we okay on field testing? 85% is totally fine. Okay, we would like to build upon Kracken Elite 4s. These guys are going to have the charged Gauss rifle and combat armor. This is going to be a leap forward for how strong those guys are. Protects against high income tax in Kraken Nest. Really? Really? Dude, you guys are like super happy. We could give them some minor amount of credits. Sure.
Yes, sir.
We'll bribe them off. They want to buy some more IP. The price is just good. The price is just good. I'm going to say yes to that. All right, we need to get into contact with this Babausi or whatever they're named. Okay, you can have emergency food, and I really don't care about anything else because I want to get you... I want to get rid of you. Somehow. We struggled with that really bad in Forgotten Wars. There were all these like, I founded a city. What's in it? A random airbase. And we're going to be really cranky and throw out all kinds of bad events and not let you close our town down. Scheduled meeting with the alien natives. On the border with Laminar territory, a tent's been set up to host our meeting. We tried to describe things with them for a while, chit-chat and niceties, but it smoothed things over and we're now ready to make our request. So, ask them to help us learn their language, offer them some technology, or give them some credits. We are gonna try to learn their language.
Understood.
Our linguist did not make progress understanding the language. The aliens seem to be much amused by our language, but we cannot say we made much progress. Okay, well that's not great. It did give me some mind stats, which I don't hate. I think we might just do that again. We also do have that mission up here. What are the odds that we could get a spy team in there? Am I allowed to target you now? I am. Okay, now I'm interested in that. We have wiped out so many of his troops. I'm kind of interested in trying to attack him, frankly. Okay, minor. We would like the Xeno team.
Understood.
We're just gonna have to keep trying. Even a failed roll does give me stats, so. All right, I'm gonna do corporate discovery immediately. Conventional small arms optimization is fine. That's not stellar. Okay, you move. Just hang out over here. You hang out in town. You zoom. Yeah, we're waiting here because I'm gonna try to keep order. What are the odds? Can I merge you now, or are you gonna just continue to be dumb? You're not gonna let me do anything. Man, I must be misunderstanding something about this mechanic. I need to make them happy to let them merge, but then I'm gonna attract more people which won't want to merge, so I don't know. If anyone has any tips about getting these little podunk crapper places to merge in, I would be interested. I think, speaking of podunk and crappy, I'm gonna get these guys, and I think these guys, I'm gonna merge them all into one group over here as just a defensive unit. Those are not particularly doing too much for me. Right here, you guys, give me a scout, please. Now, I don't think these things have any ability to shoot me in the air, so we should just be able to get the recon. I still need some more guys. Ooh, and yeah, you're out of supply. That's exactly what I was worried about. Okay, moving in. Go. Hopefully with that little bit of extra recon. Yeah, look at that. Not bad. Sure. You guys waddle your way that way. Okay, let's dirt road to there, I guess. Hopefully that'll be close enough so that he can pick up supplies. I'm gonna be a little put out if that's not. Not much else I can do, though. Okay, you are a size 2 town. You are a size 2 mine. So nothing else I can do for that. We are not housing all of our workers. Let's do that immediately. I find the worker apartments like the best building for getting your towns up and running because it just keeps your workers from constantly shuffling. All right, I know we're working on the salvage point, but I think I'm also going to start in on the rail station here. 2 rounds of 2 machines. We're currently using 3. All right, and I'm going to need a whole bunch because I need to put a rail station here. But can I easily... Okay, you. If I was to do rail, it doesn't tell me the number of points. Okay. Then I'm going to have to do this the old-fashioned way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, I already can tell we're probably in range. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Yeah, we're within 40. It's 40 or 45 for a railroad. We're fine here. And I am going to build straight to here, I think. Or we could build straight to here. Might be better to go down to here. Because then we could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, we could maybe get through down to here for another rail station. So I think you get to build the other one. In addition, it's going to be hard to get the workers up here. We'll put a rail head, just not an actual a station. So here we will station. And you are going to up your mining. Mine 2. Okay, our power is looking a lot better. I'm not going to turn it down yet, but soon I'm going to want to turn that down. Okay, and green. Oops, shoot. I was going to say I want them all to be on the same square so I can just move them easily. Now, these guys are going to come in. I think I'm going to bring them in through the bottom here. We already moved that. Okay, you guys. Get in there and give me a scout and or maybe just win this for us. But that is unfortunate. That is unfortunate. Alright, but everyone else get in there.
Let's go.
Clean this up real nice.
Operation successful.
There we go. Another one bites the dust. Alright, you... Let's also zone. Just to clean that up a little bit. Keep my zones tidy now and then I don't have to play with them later. Okay, another thing I noticed. In our capital, I can't build a port because we have a civilian one. I am going to go ahead, I think, and nationalize this. Similar to the truck station. Now that we have the port, hopefully we'll be working it. I can upgrade it if I want. And the reason I want this is when we do naval stuff, I want it to originate from here. Because let's say I did it from here. I have to ship all my logistics along this and then out of the port. It's better that I just do it straight from my SHQ, and that way we're only relying on the transport naval points. All right, we have possible location. Okay, that's interesting. I wonder... In fact, I don't even need to wonder. I think that's true. Okay, Hornstein is up here, and so is Sim. Sim is the one that we've been fighting. I think we want to land here, and we'll just work our way up the peninsula. Land here, maybe, actually, and then we'll just take this. Because wherever we land, we're going to leave a port, and having a port for this city would be fine. I like the idea of the natural bay here, too, where you'd actually build a port. Okay. I think we're going to move closer and closer to that. Can I tell... Baba C, is that going to be my friend? I think that's going to be my friend. We'll see what we can do about that. Okay, and we failed on the zone merger, making me very sad. And Maritime Trade House. Okay, so you're the only one we know about currently. I wonder if he's actually defeated everyone else. I also can trade... No news is available. Okay. Yeah, you can see sell prices. Okay. Not much else I can say about that. Let's go ahead and roll a turn. Kind of slow turns here, but just big logistical things to get our heads wrapped around for a little bit. They have so many ruins up there. I bet you they're just gobbling up relics. That makes me very sad. We also should check in with the victory conditions. We have a not insignificant amount of land already owned. Okay. And there's just nothing I can do over there if we can't get the aliens merged in. We could, I suppose, pay a transport fee, but I don't know. One of my critiques about the sea logistics is it all feels so fragile. Like, with not much I could do about it, we lost our maritime trade house. What happens when we lose that line? Poof, and then all my troops starve to death in like 2 turns? What are the odds I could fix that type of problem in a turn or 2? Pretty low, I would say. And that alien can come on land, I'm pretty sure, so don't love that. New zeitgeist, time of bureaucracy. Okay, that's fine. All right, decisions first. Militia plaque, sure. Private assets. I'll say yeah to that. Hopefully somebody builds some. Model design. Okay, let's check in on your efficiency. So organization, model design. We have a little bit too much going into getting the unit up and running. So we're going to knock you up by 5 points. I have a feeling I actually want 20 points. When those get to 50-50 or whatever makes it so they're efficient, then I will start bringing down their budget and funding other things that still need more. Secret Service, no changes on that one. Okay, full support for Ace, Governor of New Meadows. Success, a little bit of danger. We did lose 1,000 credits. That is annoying. Whoops. Scheduled meeting with the alien natives. Okay, we would like to learn their language.
Understood.
Did not make much progress. Ay. But we are getting our mind score up. Okay, and I think we're just literally spamming that. So minor, Xeno team. Our roll should be really good. It says no tests. Of course, I guess there's no test on playing the card. Maybe the test is happening on the next pop-up. Okay, for the nation, I want a cabinet retreat. Okay, you guys. I want everyone to group up so I can group move. I also apparently need to check. Am I down a bunch of units? Or is my logistics just not getting them here? Okay, you could use... No. 2, 3. I'm gonna guess that I was just down and I didn't have them built. We do need a buggy. The artillery. Okay, I will bring them. When you need it, you need it. They're just... My logistics can't really handle it. I really need railroad to make that guy work. He just fires too much ammo. Okay, on the other side, you... I'm gonna... Dang it. Okay, good, good. He still can't move where I need him, though. Alright, you come down. Yeah, wiggle, wiggle. Okay, I can't attack either one of those. Okay, come on in. This was my concern about this.
All clear, sir.
Trying to keep them out of these bloody mountains. Okay, you move over. You can't really do anything. Let's go ahead and drive you to here. The reason I'm not pushing on this is I kind of want to get the envelopment from the other side. It's kind of be the same thing here. I'm going to try to squeeze by and get into these mountains once these guys arrive. Okay, building 1.5. Oh, we used 6 machines last turn. Okay, let's just build 6 more. I don't want to run out. It'd be very, very bad if we did. Okay, you move down, you move up. Still building this salvage spot. I thought you were going to be done. You didn't quite get done. Okay. A little bit annoying on that, but that's okay. Okay, you guys also. Okay, let's group move. Let's get everyone to here. And then individual move. I think I'm just going to deploy all around the capital, frankly. You can be in the capital. Yeah, we'll figure out the exact positions in a second, but I just... If I lose this road, we're dead, like, instantaneously. And I don't want to chance that. Especially because we've seen the AI launching multiple invasions. We're out of power points? Okay, let's go. Oh, man. I wish we could get these dealt with. Because I kind of feel like I'm going to have those troops sitting there forever for nothing. The expelled people only took out 300 people, and it had so much unrest. It feels pretty worthless. I was expecting it to move like a few thousand people. And in that case, I would only have to play, you know, a handful of cards to empty out that town. So that's a little bit disappointing on that one. Unknown unit moves. Yep. Another little island that has a different color of troop on it, I see. I wonder if these two are fighting. Yes is the answer. And there's yellow. Sorry. I think there was a GR troop too. We need to butter up that MTS house. I really want to get over there. Okay, 56, 52. Finished off their salvage. Bureaucracy. Launcher optimization. Launcher still quick accuracy. Okay. Alright, what do we got? Minor worker strike. Pay them off. Protest against high income tax. Okay, what is going on in Kracken? Why are we having so many problems here all of a sudden? You guys are like super high. You are not making money, technically. I'm paying them under the wage ever so slightly. Yeah, what is this? Ban fair taxation. Give them a one-time payout. I don't know why all of a sudden we're having problems with that. They want to buy more IP. Guys, I kind of need to build a railroad. I'm gonna... I want the relation increase, so I'm gonna do it. Okay, row stock, no. Don't want to upgrade that talent this time. Okay, meet with the aliens. Language. We cannot say they made any progress. All right, we got the laughing aliens apparently. I think we will take the warrior knight, please. I do like those. We have 76 points left. Okay, give me a cabinet retreat.
Order acknowledged.
53 points left. Okay, I guess we're gonna keep doing this. I don't know. I feel like maybe we're wasting here.
Understood.
Our rolls should be just fine. Okay, wiggle forward. This. Whoa, 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 whoa. Did I miss something there? Obviously I did. Okay, you move there, you move there. Excuse you, buddy. Babel hated that. You, get in there. Did I make a mistake and leave an opening, or did I miss that they had actually attacked? Okay. That's all right. I wouldn't say no problem, but that's all right. You come over there, you go there. Okay. And then here, you guys group move to there. You start getting ready. Ditto. Half a turn left on the rail. Okay, yeah, we burned through all of our IP, unfortunately. Selling it was lucrative money, so I don't regret it, but it does slow us down a smidgen here. All right, we're gonna have to watch them shuffle all the time now. A little bit annoying on that bit. Maybe we should play one of our cards to make the Maritime Sea House do some share cells. I'd like to get in on that if at all possible. Then again, who knows how rich everyone else is. If they were throwing the 10,000 credits at those stocks as early as they did, it's many turns later, unless somehow their economy is absolutely tanked, which I would be questioning how or why. Watching those spooters a little closer. Okay, they're just chilling, I suppose. Alright. The Great Railroad needs to get started. Bureaucracy. Finish the side skirts. An anti-grav lifter. Not really the best. Okay, we finished rail 1 here. Alright, I need rail. Okay, what is the cheapest to here? We don't know. I think it's going to be this way. So go to here. We can actually afford that. Do it. All right, we'll chill there, but obviously we're gonna have to connect other things too. So you construct. Now we don't need an actual rail thing here, a rail station. We just want a rail head. So rail heads are basically just like a platform that you can load and unload from, but it doesn't actually have trains that are like assigned to it. Not really. So this is what you need when you're actually looking at moving stuff. So we just need a rail head here. And I think we're going to go here. This one might take a while, so get started on that one. And here, we're just gonna basically have it all of our cities essentially. Oh, if I'm on the right tab, that would probably help. Railhead. We are not going to be able to afford all this next turn. I am going to queue it up though. I normally don't do that. I normally wait until I have exactly what I need. I just don't want to miss something. Okay, wants to execute relatives. Gus, he's a governor. We're going to say no. Our mind is up to 70 for the first time. Supreme Council, no changes. Okay, military research. Did our adjustments help? Organization, military. More than optimal. Okay, so we still need a little bit more. Moved. Or actually, did I not okay this one? Maybe I didn't okay this one. I swear we changed that. And no target for the military. Before we get any further though, let me make sure you're not focused. No discovery focus, please. Minor worker strike, we will just pay them off. Scheduled meeting with the aliens. Okay, come on, buddy. Come on.
Understood.
We did not make much progress. Okay. A little shocked that we have failed that many times in a row, if I'm being honest. Okay, and we have re-established the front line, kinda, sorta. Okay, you go in there. Okay, good. I want to be getting kills, because if all I'm doing is pushing them back, then that means all I'm doing is putting them into the stupid mountains, which I would greatly prefer if that didn't happen. Please get me one of those. Apparently we lost an RPG at some point. We're definitely going to upgrade those. I think the MG has to come next, though, just based on what we're using. Okay, let's get some spies up top. I don't want to waste all of our time. Give me... yeah, right in there. I want to play a Call to Rebellion, but it's just not going to work. Give me the Xeno team. We just need to be very insistent. How are you doing? It is a diplomacy role. You have a high diplomacy. That's about as much as I can do for that. I guess we could give him a shadow diplomat. Although I don't think we're failing a role. So I think there's just multiple things involved behind that. Let's go ahead and roll that. I would love to see us actually make a railroad connection this episode. That's going to help us a ton on those logistics. And we definitely had to complete that before we could continue west, even if we did have the aliens okayed with us. I don't think we could have gotten our logistics in. At some point, we're also going to have to cross that mountain. It kind of runs up the spine of that peninsula. So that'll be like, I don't know, 3,000 metal or something absolutely stupid. Okay, what a boring screen. It's going to keep pulling me up there every turn too, I bet. Okay, Frontline, despite a little hiccup, is relatively established. Okay, that yellowish guy is, I guess, holding out. I'm going to assume... no, I was going to say I'm going to assume that's a minor, but I don't think it was. That does make me a little bit nervous that it looks like we are having one major swallow another major over there, possibly. Yeah, I see you, Mr. Alien, poking your nose on my shores. A bacterial disease, perfect. Kracken Elite 5. You'll love to see it. Okay, national budget allocations. I think we're going to no change that. Economic Council, no change that. Machine gun, build upon Xeno Zipper 3s, charge Gauss, and combat armor. Minor worker strike. We will pay him a few bucks. Bacterial disease. All right. Health must be a priority. Failure. Oh no. We're so close. Okay, Could have been worse. It definitely could have been better. A shady tavern, the charismatic Union chief is hunched over the table telling stories about social justice to his compatriots. He grunts at him as I approach and hit the table with his fists. He asks us to give them a raise of 0.02. Where are you at? Rostock. You know what? I'm going to just accept that. We are underpaying there. That will take them more in line. Okay, come on, alien natives. Arlenos did not make any progress. Okay, we are not having a good time of that. Nation, give me a cabinet.
Order acknowledged.
We have a lot of points left. We had a war game. And then can't quite. Okay, let's just do a regular Xeno diplomat, just because I can't afford the other one this turn. Okay, over here. All right, next turn we'll start working that angle. Over here, what I would really like is if you guys could shove that guy out of the way. I would like it even more if in that hex you actually still had some supplies. I'm a little leery if that will be the case, but we'll certainly look at it. Just so much safer if I can fight these guys not in the mountains. Okay, that's not too bad. These guys, maybe next turn will be ready to try to do a breakthrough. We'll have to see on that. You finished your rail, and we have rail. Working on their railhead. Okay, let's get that in. Change my mind. Okay, we have the points. I just wanted to make sure I could actually afford this. Yep, just boink right into there. And I think because this is the front, I'm going to do this side too. Although, maybe not this turn. Let's wait and get some points built up. All right, go ahead and run that. Well, as maybe not as exciting as it may seem, getting that railroad up is huge for us, though. That's really going to free up our logistics and kind of unbind us from our distance. We should also probably look at maybe getting another unit. I think one assault unit and a couple buggies could probably take this out. These are those super, super weak native type guys that have landed us a couple times. I just feel like they're just, we could just take them. Yeah, I think we're gonna investigate that next turn if I have points, which I can't imagine something crazy is gonna come up. We're gonna need to build a port over there. I also should expand the port that we own in the capital. Make sure it's ready for all the IP that's gonna have to move through it. Okay, the south. Spiders are wiggling. I like how they just distinctly refuse to move in those mountains. Also, I noticed that our furnace is getting very, very low. Quack doctors. Medium aircraft E2. Polymer armor. Okay, this is nice. This could make our vehicles a lot lighter and a lot cheaper on normal metal. Light armor infantry corps. I don't hate that one. Jet engines, not what I'm really looking for. A lot of cards. Okay. Riots in Nozkaya. I give them some credits. I will say it is so nice just to be able to pay our way out of that. Unlike the Quack Dock, which we did not manage to pay our way out of. No town upgrades for the time being, please. Okay, alien natives, come on, man. Come on.
Understood.
Did not make any progress. Hey. Okay. Maybe we just think they're laughing. Maybe they're expressing their admiration for us. All right, get in there. Now here I'd like to see kills. These are the tougher unit types. Okay, where's my buggy? And okay, you were the wrong guy. These are colors are too close. You, 7th, you need to change. We're going to change your color. Let me think. We have like that purple thing. Let's go with like red. I want them to be very different than kind of the greenish mellow colors of my defenders. Okay, and I am gonna mostly, yeah, we'll leave 1 unit there. And we're just gonna chill. Next turn we'll push on some more. I want to go for the encirclement if I can. Okay, here. Work on fixing whatever the heck happened to my line. Are you my friends? You're the tribals. Okay, I think that's the aliens that we're trying to teach our language to. You can see possibly why that's being so difficult. Okay, we also could get some more road in here. I'm going to bring it ever so slightly closer. I want to make sure this stays supplied, so I'm going to bring the road right up to the edge of the mountains, I think. Will be the plan there. Okay, yeah, what do we have? Demand auction. How about that?
Aye, aye, sir.
Hopefully that will help. I don't have people who are ready to deploy at the moment, although, yeah, we can actually make a group. I'm gonna do that. Abandon auction. Otherwise, I'm really not needing any of that. Okay. Minor nation, Diplo team, send them in.
Understood.
2 points left, which is basically nothing. All right, at our home base, you raise formation. Okay, so tanks are kind of heavy and hard to transport. I don't think we're going to do that. I think we're just going to take another infantry, although I don't have the political points to raise it. Boo. Big boo on that. Okay, I do see a spot here. I thought I saw a spot there. Why am I not able to get into that? Okay, you could do it. Yeah, can't get that road any closer. Okay. Yeah, man, we're going to be able to skirt the edge here, but if there's anything over here, we're not going to be able to get that. That's going to be incredibly painful to dig them out of there. All right, let's go ahead and roll that. And glancing over, I see, wow, what a fast hour this has been. Like I said, a little on the slow side, I feel, but just logistical things that needed to happen. And I guess my interns are going to get a little long because now we're watching other people fight. So that's going to slow things down a little bit. I believe when things are not in our sight, it uses kind of some fuzzy logic and doesn't have to like precisely calculate every move. But now that we can see them, those ones will have to. So just slow things down a smidgen. At least we managed to go a full episode without new landings. That's not me trying to jinx this game, so don't feel like you need to land anything. If we can get a transport contract right to the front door of this place, we could take that so fast. Hopefully just 10 buggies. Maybe we're working on the MG right now. Let's get the new buggy. Let's raise an infantry group, and we'll attach 2 sets of independent buggies to it as auxiliaries. And then that unit will go invade that peninsula and see if we can take it. I think that's going to be the plan. But that will need to be the plan next time. Before I forget, I am going to raise this recycling facility. All right, if you're enjoying the railroad, don't forget to leave a like on the video. If you're not subscribed, I hope I've earned your subscription. You're awfully far into this playlist to not be subscribed. If you want to go above and beyond, you can always leave a super thanks down below. Join me live for a super chat. Check out the Patreon linked in the channel info or become a member here on YouTube. The support is greatly appreciated, as are the comments. I feel a little weird because I'm kind of far out ahead on releasing these compared to when they go public, so I'm getting some rapid fire feedback that I'm able to respond to pretty quick by the members, and my apologies if you're watching this when it goes actually live. You're a ways behind, but I do read every comment, and I do try to follow up on anything that you notice strategy-wise or whatnot. So if I don't do what you were suggesting right away, just know that I'm recording these in batches ahead of time, so sometimes there's a little bit of a lead time there. All right, builders, get out there, get yourself a can of Raid. Let's deal with these arachnids, and I'll catch you in the next one. Babel out.